太多了。啊，给你。
Really? I'm not sure I can do it.
I tried. Closing my eyes. Bye, bye.
Opening this, so I need a bit of help from technology. Thank you all seriously, thank you all very seriously for coming here today. My dear investors, our foundation members and their plus one, to the plus ones, thank you for supporting the supporters. Our friends Sri Damansara and Captain Land and Persekutuan Mendaki Malaysia for leading the growth of climbing in Malaysia. I will share with you two stories. Story number one, how it all began. And story number two, why our toilets are so nice. Alright? Story number one, how it began. I was a very athletic person. Black belt in Taekwondo, taught a little during high school and college. Never trained formally, but could keep up with state players in basketball during my university days. There was a lot of joy in basketball. There was a lot of joy in basketball. I thought I was good. Black belt okay for 10 plus years, but something felt missing. Like any other tall person with a semi-decent face and somewhat deep attractive voice, I was trying to find myself then. And at that time, extreme sports was becoming a thing. At that time, extreme sports was becoming a thing. Rock climbing, skateboarding, BMX. Was interested because it's cool. Fell in love, because it was cool, like a bad boy sport. So I started climbing when I was 21 years old. Same height, look a lot more younger. I found that missing piece. Fell in love with the sport immediately. The self-competitiveness and zen. Polar opposites emotions at the same time. What a sport. That was how it all began. Story number two. Why is our toilet so nice? Few years later, in the pursuit of excellence in climbing, there was always that dream and what ifs. What if I opened my own climbing gym? If I would have this, if I would share that, because that is cool, and everyone would love it. But if you have seen my earlier sketches of what the climbing gym looks like, there's supposed to be a pool, there's supposed to be a basketball, because I feel the basketball court, a lot of bamboo, hence the inspiration for the look of this gym as well. But you still laugh at my earlier sketches. Started small with a dear friend, a chalk company. Banded together with some old and new friends to start a bouldering gym. And today, meeting great, humble individuals, supportive of the vision, and the joy to learn from, to open a climbing facility with toilets as the primary feature and climbing walls as a secondary one. Why am I bringing up the nice toilets? Because I'm the type of person that needs to do glorious business at home. Food poisoning at home. Just chili ban mi at home. Mala at home. Sambal from nasi lemak, I have to go home. Why must it be home? You guys get the joke? Why must it be home? Because it's home. Home is warm, home is clean, or if it's messy, a comfortable mess. Home does not judge, home does not discriminate. Home allows one to do ambitious business without fear. And that's what I want Batuu to be, a home. A warm place to share experiences. A place that does not judge your failures, but smiles at the internal dialogue of becoming better. A place that screams support on the try and still fist bump for the effort, even if not successful. A potential comfortable mess. A place where you call your friends over to celebrate or sing in a peace. A safe space. I want Batuu to feel like a home. The vision of sharing the passion and greatness of climbing in a warm place, making life a little better. That's why our toilets are nice. Have a great time at Batuu. Thank you so much. Now I'd like to pass the mic to my fellow founder of this brand, Francis.
Good morning everyone, welcome to the Batuu event opening. Actually, I'm not so prepared for this speech, but I just go with the flow. I'm still overlooked a bit with yesterday's setting, so just recover this morning. So I would like to share a little bit about my passion for climbing. Today marks my 31 years of climbing. It's a long journey. I always felt there's a missing puzzle in my climbing journey. So pick up this sport as a hobby in my school time, then be a gym supervisor for the first gym in Malaysia, follow as a national climber, and as an instructor, as a coach, as a team manager, and route setter, and lastly, most honorable is the international route setter. So the thought of having a gym is always there, but I'm not sure. I don't have the confidence, to be honest. So end up, I decided to take a step out, walk out from my comfort zone. I wish I was very comfortable working as a coach for the past 15 years. And one day, I met Choy. I give a text to Choy. Choy said, let's meet up. So we were meeting up. And I was start to share about my passion for climbing, and Choy started to share his vision for climbing. And just one conversation, I felt very comfortable with Choy. And Choy used to be one of my students. Then he did 7 years, 7, 8, or about 10 years ago. That's a high grade actually for lead climb. We are lead climber. And we end up to say, let's do it. That is where Batuu began. Yeah. And we start to look for the investor, look for a great location, where we found 3 in Damansara. Thank you for the great location for us. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank for all the investors. A few persons crossed my mind, which is Fern, Lily, and Kelly. Just with one conversation, a 15-minute conversation, they said yes, I'm interested. Yeah. Thank you for all the trust. And thank you to all my lovely directors. You guys are awesome. I learned so much from all of you. Kevin, Joshua, Kelly, and Mr. Choy. Yeah. And thank you to all the Batuu whole team. Thank you for your hard work. Yeah. And thank you for all the foundation members for your support. Most of you are my friends and also my student here. Yeah. And also thank you to my mentor, Grace, for a lot of support and encouragement. And lastly, thank you for PMF, Mr. Roy, President of Mountaineering Federation, and we have Mr. Rashid here. He's a Secretary General of IFSC Asia. He was just still a surprise visit this morning with a whole team of CSAF instructors. Some of them are from Indonesia also. I was so glad they are here. And to have it short, I was just so happy for today, and I felt like finally a big piece of puzzle in my life for climbing is completed today. And lastly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you everyone to be here to share this great moment with me. Thank you so much.
This speech is like way more sincere than mine.
I don't plan. Just from my heart. Thank you everybody.
Thank you everyone. Now is the ribbon cutting ceremony, followed by the line dance and the Troupe chess competition. I was like to point it out. Okay, so the first ribbon, there will be two ribbon cuttings. First ribbon cutting is all the investors. There are quite a number of us. This project is an ambitious project. We have so much support from each other. And it's an honor to stand in line with you all. So all the investors, you know who you are. Can you please step forward while we call out all the names. Welcome, don't be shy. This is your brand as well. Good. The first line in front here.
Can I get a 1, 2, 3, Batuu? Closer.
Okay, picture.
Right, ready? Yeah.
Picture first.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, Batuu!
Can capture the edges of
Everyone look here. 1, 2, 3. So what's both angles?
Wait, hold on.
Marketing, thank you.
1, 2, 3. Good.
Okay,
Can.
how to begin this?